Okay. Um, I have restarted this, and hopefully, this is working a lot better. I think I know what the problem was before, but as you can see, I am now going through StreamYard instead of the YouTube live. Um, I do see that nobody is here yet, so that's okay. We will wait a minute or so, get a little drink here, and basically what happened last time. And I'm probably going to delete that first video. But what happened last time? What's up, Chris? Can you hear me now? Is everything coming through like a lot clearer now with the audio? Because I think what happened last time is I somehow was going through the microphone of my earbuds, and my earbuds are on their way out. Like I can hear static in it when I move around. It should have been going through this microphone right here. All right, cool. Glad you can hear me now. It should have been going through this microphone here, and I had it set up for that, but apparently it didn't go through that. So hopefully this takes care of everything. So let me rewind and start all over again and say what I was trying to say before my audio decided to cut out in the last one. So it has been about 2.5 weeks since my last video, and there's multiple reasons for that. Well, we'll just say two reasons for that. One of which was obviously the holidays. I was doing a lot of running around with Stephanie, and and there was things to prepare for with the holidays. But another bigger factor was the weather as of lately. When it wasn't raining, it was extremely windy or bitterly cold and windy. And when the wind kicks up like that, it makes it a lot tougher to make videos, because then all you hear is the wind, and you hear that like right up against the microphones, because all I use, as I was saying, is just my phone for recording videos, and I use the microphone from the phone, and it makes for a lousy video because you can't hear what I'm saying, or you can barely hear what I'm saying. And I absolutely refuse to just put like music over my videos or do a voiceover after the fact. I've done that on one or two videos, but most of them it's just been me talking while I'm making the video. So I didn't want to make a crappy video on top of that with the weather factor. So yeah, this has been the reason for the delay. I tried to go out today to make a video. I went to the marina over in Croydon, and I was going to walk around there. Now that place is also run by Neshaminy State Park, and when I got there, the gates were closed, and I didn't want to just walk around in there and park on the street and like get in trouble or whatever. So I decided not to go there, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me why that would be closed in the middle of the day. But I'm guessing it's because when I gave up on that, I went over to Neshaminy and I started to make a video, but then I decided not to, because I've been there so many times and there's not really much to see right now. The only cool thing there was to see really was on the Delaware. There was some ice floating around and stuff like that, and that's always cool looking. And I'm guessing that's why they shut down the marina. Um, and just to verify, I see I have some people here now. Just make sure you can all hear me now. Just give me like a yes or a thumbs up or something in the comments, or I hear you, something like that. I know Chris said that he can hear me, and just want to make sure that everybody can, so that we can continue this hangout uninterrupted. As I mentioned in the beginning of this second take, the reasoning for the last one having such poor audio is for some reason it was piping it through this microphone on my earbuds, and they're starting to go. So just wanted to make sure that everybody can hear me now. Chris Cullen says, did you ever sneak back to the old quarry? I know it's been drained, but I don't know if it's still guarded behind the Chamonix High School. I've never gone back there, actually. I mean, if it's private property, I won't. In my videos, I don't do trespassing because, I mean, if the cops really wanted to, they could approach me. My name is all over the place with my posts of my videos and stuff like that, and they could reach out to me and say, "Hey, we have the proof that you were trespassing," and I can get fined. Um, and I don't want to promote trespassing. I'm not going to say we haven't all done it. Thank you, Chris. I can't say we haven't all done it in our lives and stuff like that. And sometimes when you're walking, you don't even know you're going into private property. It's it's tough to see that sometimes when there's no signs. But yeah, my videos I generally don't. But I'll gladly check it out, and I'll scope it out and see if there's any signs around that say no trespassing or private property or something like that. If I don't see any of those signs, then I will gladly go in there and make a video. Not a problem at all. See, Chris says, I don't believe it's private. It was just guarded because people used to get hurt swimming there. It's really neat. All right, I definitely will have to look that up. The quarry behind the Chamonix High School. Cool. I don't think I've been behind there much or at all in my life. I don't think I was. So it'll be a new experience for me. I think it was quoted by the water department, but not sure. All right, well, yeah, I'll definitely look that up. I have some other things going on too. There is I'm sure you have, Malin. There is a movement going on in the Lower Bucks area over near Humeville. And those of you who drive around Humeville, you'll know what I'm talking about. I have reached out to somebody apparently that's part of that, and I don't think that I've gotten a reply as of yet. But I would like to help them out by making a video of the preservation that they're attempting, and I think it would be really cool. They're looking to get signatures and stuff like that for a petition, digital signatures online. And there's a couple other places that I've reached out to people about, so I'm waiting on some replies for that. And I have some other areas that I have to do some digging into online before I go visit. But I do have some stuff planned for the new year, and I'm hoping it'll be as well received as all my other videos have been. I think this is probably the first live feed I've done since I've broken through the barrier of 1,000 subscribers. So once again, thank you all for that. Chris Cullen says, my brother used to drive there. He was a professional driver back in the day. He was nuts. Well, hey, we all got to have nuts people who are nuts, I should say, not nuts people, because that sounds like people made of nuts. We all got to have people who are nuts in our lives because they make life more exciting. Trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to get a video out before the new year. I definitely am. So I'm going to look for somewhere brand new to me, somewhere cool, possibly in far northeast Philly, maybe Bensalem. I don't think I'm going to go further than that for now, but should be a good video. Whatever I do, whatever I find, hopefully. And after the new year, that's when I'm going to start planning for things. I mean, this week is going to be a little tough. I do have a viewing to go to, probably tomorrow night, and then probably also the next day for the services and stuff. So that's going to make it a little tough to get out there the day after tomorrow. But maybe tomorrow during the day, maybe I can get out and try to get something in there. As I said, I was going to make a video at Neshaminy State Park today, but I know I've made more of those than anything else. I mean, rightfully so. I was a volunteer there, and I was documenting the progress of bringing back to life that garden. Chris Mallon says, "Summer, we got a kayak to that island in the river at Linden, Virginia." Yeah, definitely, and also the island up by up closer to the Burlington Bristol Bridge, the one that's closer to the New Jersey side. I'd like to go to that too, but I would like to go to that before the warm weather hits, so that there's less creatures and stuff crawling around on there. Chris Cullen says, "I think it's." Bring it up here. I think it's mostly they're trying to save the view of their town. It's understandable. We'll make it more. Yeah. Most definitely. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to my second attempt here. And my audio should be a lot clearer now because, as I explained earlier, the microphone that was being picked up by the YouTube Live was the microphone from these things, and it's crap. This is the microphone that should have been being picked up. Much higher quality microphone. It's even got its own little boom arm and everything like that. So, but yeah, that's most of the news as far as what's going on now. And I'm always up for suggestions of places to go, as long as they're not like really far. Did you get the photo I sent of the farm and the pool on Pequesson Creek? I did. It actually looks like it's still, like, not obviously right now, but it looks like they are still using the grounds for something. I didn't actually physically go back there and look to see if things were closed off over there at the pool. But it does appear that it's being used by someone, or I don't know. Like, it was just not that long ago that the picture I saw was like not from that far back, and the pool was active at the time. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more before I go back there. Once again, because I don't want to be trespassing. So. And Kathy, I'm glad you found me in my videos too. I enjoy making these videos, and I enjoy all the feedback that I get from everybody. Everybody has been super nice, and I can't thank you all for that. I had a very nice thing happen to me over the holidays too, as Stephanie and I were visiting some friends at their house on Christmas night. My friend Bob there, he was talking to me about my videos, and he said, I've been watching some of your videos. I said, "Oh, yeah, you enjoy them?" He said, yeah, I especially think it's funny when you get lost in like the thick brush and you have to get your bearings, you don't know where you're going. And then with that, he disappeared for a moment. He came back and he gave me this this relic of a compass that is from his family, and it meant a lot to me that he gave that to me. It tugged at the heartstrings. It really did. For somebody to have something that has value to them and just hand it to me to be able to use for when I do get lost. And I'm going to have to look up videos on YouTube to further understand like compasses and all the different degrees and all this stuff. And it's an older compass too, so it'll be cool. Kathy says, "I love seeing the places we used to hang out as kids and have learned a lot of history." Yeah, I that's one of the things I love doing these videos for, is the history that I've learned. I mean, I've learned a lot about this, the far northeast area. I've learned a lot about the Ben Salem area, and I still have a lot to learn. There's a lot more things hidden that I haven't come across, maybe that no one has come across. Who knows? So who knows what we're going to find in the future. And Chris Malley says his favorite is when I walk in the spider webs. Yeah, I always do. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is either. I mean, in the dead of winter, I could be walking through and then I will find the web, and it'll be like a big thick one that wraps around my whole face. It's fun. Yeah, the pool is still there. You can see that from Knights Road, I think, Chris. It's it's been abandoned. I don't know about 50 years though. Because there was an aquatic club or something there. The signs are still out there, and there's pictures of it from like you know recent times, last 10 years or so. That I found anyway. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing, but I'm sure the woods behind it, how little they are, I'm sure that they're not part of the private property, even if it is private property. So I will definitely look into it. Maybe that'll be something. If I can look into it and I feel that I can legally go in there, maybe that'll be a video I could do before the end of the year. So I'll look into that maybe tomorrow during the day, after I get done my morning routine here with my dad. About 15 years it's been closed. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It was like, I think the pictures were like from the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. I don't know. See, Kathy says she grew up in Parkwood and she loves when I walk into spider webs. Happens every time. You'd be hard pressed to find a time that I was in a wooded area that I didn't walk through. The only video I know for sure that I didn't walk into spider webs was when I was in Gettysburg this past August, because that was all inside a hotel. So, and just on the outside of the hotel. Well, that and when I went to Selma Mansion, I didn't walk into spider webs there either. So that was a good thing. Selma Mansion is actually very, very cool in person. When you're there, you get the vibe of how old that place is because it's from the 1700s. I think at one point it was the only thing in that town, and it sits up on a hill too. So it's a cool place. And my cousin is part of the Preservation Society, so you go check that out. I got links in the description of that video, and it was really fun. Let's see. Kathy says the pool I think is owned by Creekside Apartments. I'm not sure. I think the name of it had Creekside in it, but I don't think it was owned by Creekside Apartments. I just can't remember what the name of it was off the top of my head. And I don't want to sit here looking up something while I'm doing a live. When you just see me looking down, looking up, it makes for a bad video. Chris Collins says, no, Philadelphia side. It used to be a farm many years ago before they built Parkwood. That's an old in-ground pool. We used to call it a tire farm. It caught on fire in the 70s. Huh. Yeah, and you're talking literally like right on Knights Road. Like if you were going away from Franklin Mills and towards Street Road, where the road kind of dips down and then it goes up again. It's like down at the bottom of that hill, correct? Because that's the one I was looking up. Oh, Kathy, Gettysburg is fun. I didn't get to see a whole lot of it. It's I mean, I saw it as we were traveling to the hotel. I was supposed to go out onto the battlefield, but as things happened, the person that was going to be taking us out there had got busy with something and wasn't able to do it that day. So, but it's not going to be the only time that we're there. The main reason that we were there was to help promote the network that my friend Dom and I have started, and it's coming up on 2 years old in the next few months. BB3 TV, and that's on Facebook and it's on YouTube. And it's just that on YouTube there's not as many shows as airing on there as there is on the Facebook. On the Facebook page for BB3 TV, all the shows go through there. We just had a new guy start this week, Carl, and he does airbrushing on a budget kind of thing. We have some paranormal shows on there. We have all different things that are going to be coming up soon. So, make sure you guys go over and check out BB3 TV on Facebook. Let's see what Chris is saying here. See, we're still talking about that pool area. It says no guys, the Philadelphia side, not the Ben Salem side. If you go back there, you'll see what I mean. Used to be a farm, then it was a garage or something. It had many tires and old bus cars. Huh. So you're saying it's behind the swim club, or behind what you can see from Knights Road. I will, as we talk, and I'm not going to stop talking, but I will look up a map of it real quick. Oops. Bring up a Google map here. Okay, you know what? I can actually bring this up on the screen too, so you can see it. Let's see here. Share screen. Okay, so in this area, that's the end of Franklin Mills, Dave and Buster's, and out here is Knights Road. And this right here, this is the area you're referring to, correct? With the basketball court there, and then you can see the pool over there. So let me know if that's exactly what you were talking about. So that's Knights Road running on the right. So Chris Mallon says that's it. So I would assume then where the farm was that you were speaking of, Chris Cullen, was probably where these homes are now, or actually that's Creekside, I guess, huh? Yeah, I'm guessing that is. Yeah, it's Creekside. So it was either where this part of Creekside is now, or maybe it's in these woods that you were talking about. Because I did go through these woods briefly at one point with my brother-in-law. We went in them and we traveled up this way, but we didn't go this far, I don't think. No, I don't think we did. Or maybe we went off this way. I'm not sure. There was a time where my brother-in-law and I were doing a bunch of adventuring with my son and his son. Right on the creek, Philadelphia side, behind the single homes. Oh, so behind these here, like McCarthy Circle. So basically the woods between them and the swim club is what you're saying. So the opposite side of Knights Road from where Dinosaur Lake used to be. Doesn't that suck in this picture? There it is in all its glory. It's still there. Not anymore. Tom, share the photo I gave you on your page. Trust me, will blow people's minds. Okay, while we're talking, let me go back to my Facebook here, and then my inbox for that. Gotta wait for it to load. And now somebody's sending me a message. Okay, so I have the picture. It's actually a very small picture. I don't know if maybe you grabbed the thumbnail for that, but I can blow it up a little. All right, here. Let's stop screen and then share screen. Open this. And I know the website that you got this from. I've used it quite a bit over time when I was trying to find things, and just to kill time to see what things looked like before certain buildings or houses were there and stuff like that. To the pit. Now, all right? So now you guys are calling it the pit. Did people also call that the crater? Because I had somebody asking me about visiting the crater as well. That might be a different area altogether, but somebody was asking me about that at one point. Oops, hit my microphone. Cool, Kathy. Thank you. So that's the crater too. Okay. So that's just along the Pequessing, on the other side of Knights Road from Franklin Mills. So and from what it looks like from the map, I should have no problem getting to that right from Knights Road. Like I could probably park over by the old movie theater there, the Bethel Church Philadelphia Mills, and just walk across the street. I mean, that's the parking lot I park in anyway when I go to Dinosaur Lake, which very soon I'm going to check out Dinosaur Lake too, because it's been freezing out and I want to see if maybe I can walk out onto what the lake used to be. Let's see. Chris Cullen says, I tried researching the property. I was lucky to find that picture, and that's all I could find. No information, but the information I have is from my deceased sister. She used to play with a little girl that lived there, who were some of the first people that moved in. Wow. Wow, man. That's great that you can have that that memory. But now Chris Mallon saying that the crater was right off of Academy Road. That's not the same woods, because when I follow those woods all around, they don't lead me to Academy Road. So maybe the crater is a different place. Chris Mallon, you're always welcome to help me in my videos. No, other side of the creek, in the woods. It's ruins. Been abandoned. Of course I showed the picture. You asked, and so you shall receive. And there it is. All right, let me take that down now. There we go. Now it's just me. I know you all missed the full size of my face. I know, I get it. But yeah, I will definitely go into those woods. You know, I'll like I said, I'll park over by that church, and I will. I'll just walk across the street. Yeah, and I'll go along the creek, and I'll see what I can find. See if there's anything at all back there. I have no problems doing that. Matter of fact, if I do street view on that, I bet I could see. Let me see here. I mean, there's a guardrail that goes across it. And where the pool is, there is a sign on it, according to the street view, which may not be from 2022. It does say August 2022. There's gates there that say no trespassing, but that's just for the pool area. The woods, I could probably get in there. And you said it was on the Philadelphia side of the creek, not the Ben Salem side, so that shouldn't be an issue. And actually, it almost looks like there is a trail in there from what I'm seeing. Maybe. And it should be even easier now to get in there with everything being in its hibernation period. The woods go pretty far along the street here. And then there's houses. So yeah, I will definitely give it a shot going into those woods. Oh, there's a whole conversation going on that I missed from being on the other screen. See, the crater is on Nanton and Academy across from Decatur. Oh, okay. I know where that is. I'm not far from there at all. I could probably even walk there if I wanted to. I won't, but I probably could. I'm a little lazy. I put on a few pounds in my off time here from the Chamonix State Park, and and I probably should walk, but I'm not gonna. I'll get enough exercise when the season starts back up in February. Let's see what else is going on here. Walk in right from Knights Road. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. I mean, it did look like there was a path at one point there. That doesn't mean that it's still there or that there might be other paths by now. Who knows? Chris also says, I got a bad story about that. Was running with a machete, dropped my BB gun, and almost cut my friend's hand off. They had to sew it back on. Holy crap. One reason to not be running with a machete. They say not to run with scissors for the same reason, but a machete would be even worse. Yeah, I'm sure he was scared out of his mind, Kathy. That that would have been crazy. Oh man. Yeah, this past couple weeks it's been tough for me to get out there, the wind and all the running around. I was even up in the Poconos the weekend that I made that last video of the abandoned boat. Stephanie and I went up to the Poconos at my sister's place, and we went shopping in the local areas and stuff, all places we went to last year as well. And it was good times and everything, and just had to get everything settled for the holidays, as well as the weather issues and the wind issues and stuff like that. So hopefully this won't be a problem in trying to get out this week or the coming weeks. And I want to get back to doing at least one video a week, most definitely. And I definitely plan on going into more wooded areas around here too. Even if there's nothing in it, just kind of wander around, because people love to see the same woods that they used to hang out in as kids, especially when they've moved away. Chris Collins says the funny thing is the pin for that picture is nowhere near where it is. Huh. Well, they're not exact on that site. When they first started creating that site, the internet was still kind of new. So maybe they just never went back and updated their stuff. Oh, you're heading up to the Poconos tomorrow. That's cool. While we were there, I got to see my first snow of the year. It didn't snow here that weekend, but it did snow up there. And I actually have a a picture that I can bring up. I took a couple of pictures. I don't know if you ever saw when people would like make a face imprint in the snow, and if you take it at the exact right angle, it looks like it's going the opposite way instead of in. It looks like it's coming out like 3D. And I did do that. I just have to get to it and bring it up. But yeah, it's comical. I thought about making it my profile picture, but I didn't do it. It's here we go. Bring it up on the screen here. So there's that. I think I can make it a little bigger so you can see. Oh no, I can't. I can this way. There you go. So there's that one and this one, where if you look closely enough, you can actually see my teeth. But that was fun. It's always fun hanging out in the Poconos. I love going to my sister and my brother-in-law's place up there. Very quiet community, and this time while I was up that way, Stephanie and I actually got a chance. Yeah, it was Han Solo. Stephanie and I actually got a chance to go into Jim Thorpe, like the little town, which I had never been in. I've passed it many times. I've seen the name. I couldn't tell you how many times, but we actually went into the town. It's a nice little town. It almost looks like Norman Rockwell made this town, or maybe he based his paintings off of it, kind of town. And we were only there for like a couple of hours, just grab something to eat, and then we left. I wouldn't want to be in that town when the roads freeze, because it's a lot of hills and it's in the valley of like a bunch of mountains. But it's a really, really nice town. But I could have done a video while I was there. I just wanted to enjoy the time with Stephanie, and I mean, if we had the extra time and I was able to ride around, I would have taken some videos and just kind of mashed them together. But it just didn't work out that way. Took pictures. Kathy says she can't wait for the hubby to retire in 2 years. Oh wow! And you're going to be living in the Poconos. That makes some tough winters, man. It gets pretty cold up there. I'm so glad I got past that audio problem from the first one. Let's see. Chris Cullen says it's going to be hard to find. It's not right on the creek. It's a few hundred yards from it. And I'm sure it's almost completely buried. And if you look at the picture, you'll find the foundations. Well, I'll have to reference that picture while I'm there. But I'll travel all through the woods there. I'll walk around. I'll walk away from the creek. Maybe on the way up, I'll keep closer to the creek, and on the way back, I'll just kind of zigzag around. I mean, I won't subject everybody to every second of that video, but I'll edit it down to be the cool stuff. And Chris Mountain says his son is by Jim Thorpe. Wow, he's that far away, huh? Thought he was closer. Well, let's see. We're at almost 40 minutes into this. So in a little while, I'll end this and hopefully start planning out some stuff. I'll start doing some more research into that area by Knights Road that we were talking about, Chris Cullen. But let's see what else we got going on. I wish you could have explored Pennsylvania State Hospital. Yeah, I would have. And now, truth be told, I have been there, and my friend Chris Mallon can attest to this because I do believe he was there with me at least one of the times I went there. I didn't get to go there often, just a small handful of times. But it was a very interesting place, and if we'd have had phones back then, or I would have had a camera, there would be a video of it. Unfortunately, there's nothing left to it. The only thing you can find on the grounds of Byberry Hospital is like the where the not where the 50 plus housing is. I think that's what it is, 50 plus housing that they have there. But closer to the boulevard, you could still see the parking lots and the roads and where the buildings were. And the fence still goes along the boulevard, like that wrought iron fence or whatever it is. It's like black metal, and then they would have stone pillars every so often. They're still there. But yeah, Malin, if we'd have had video cameras back then, man, we probably, and if YouTube was around, we probably all would have had channels, or just one channel for all of us, and made a whole bunch of videos of that. I mean, that being said, there are videos out there on YouTube, like old, VHS videos that people had that they converted to digital, or even those little cameras that had the mini cassettes that you put in the bigger one to put it in the VHS. Like they probably converted them from that into digital, and they are out there, and you can find them. You just look up Byberry Mental Hospital, or Byberry State Hospital, however you want to word it, and you'll come across it. There's also Facebook groups for it as well. I'm in a couple of them. But yeah, I mean, if you want to relive that, you can definitely do it through those videos. I was just watching videos today earlier on YouTube that were like from early 80s in in Kensington. And that was a trip. I have one of those cameras too, Chris, somewhere in here. It's either here or my mom has it, but we still have it, and we still have the cassette tapes for it, and we still have the bigger thing to put it in. I should at some point in my life, I should invest in the in a better VCR, and because we do have one downstairs, but it's old, and get the software and the hardware to start converting things into digital and start sectioning them out and doing stuff like for my family and everything. But there's some pretty cool stuff in there. You see old footage of me. You can see the long-haired version of Tom. Well, I mean, I'm getting there again. It's growing out a little bit. I've been letting it grow since basically like August or September, all as a request from my goddess. So I decided I would do it for her. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had long hair. I cut that off back in my early 20s. So we're talking like 25 years. Yeah. So anyway, I guess as I say in my videos, I'll just wrap this up. It's been cool talking to everybody. Kathy, Chris, you've all been awesome commenting in this video. And for those of you that are watching this on the replay, still feel free to comment on the video if you have places that you'd like for me to see, or if you have more information about the topics we talked about. Please do feel free to add to it. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I basically just wanted to come on, let everybody know what's been going on and what to expect. If I can't get a video out this week, I apologize in advance, but I'm going to do my best one way or another. And other than that, I guess I'll see you in that video, or you'll see me in that video and in the future ones. So it was nice chatting with you too, Kathy. I can't wait to make my future videos and know what they are. But we'll see. I play it by the seat of my pants. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. And thank you for everybody that's watching the replay. Please make sure that if you haven't done it already, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you do that so that you can see all the future videos that we were talking about. Kathy, you have a safe and happy New Year too. I hope to have a great time on New Year's. And hopefully this year I'll remember it, because last year I don't. So we'll find out when that night comes this week. Anyway, all right, everybody, make sure you take care, stay safe, stay healthy, take care. That's the way I say it. I said it kind of backwards at first. So let me try that again. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. There we go. All right, I'll see you all later. Thanks again.